I'm about to go outside like this to take a photo of the blog with the frost in the background, and I'm crazy. Oh my god. Time to change. I am so dedicated.
It's really important we work with lots of local organisations to support them, to have campaigning groups, and also we've got a new development. So yeah, there's lots of really exciting things happening, and it's all about bringing change. Employers teams, they've been working with, at the minute they've worked with over 400 quite large organisations, so there's lots of good work happening there. And they've got a media and social media team, and they're still continuing with the Facebook, the Twitter, hi Derek, and all of the campaigns you see on the TV, the adverts and things like that.
Multiple events in the middle of Newcastle at Grace Monument with a big stage and getting 5,000–6,000 people along, but we also host small events and try and ensure that discussions of mental health remain at the forefront of public debate, and that nobody feels ashamed or discriminated against because of their mental health problems. Because everyone that we work with has mental health problems. But every one of my colleagues and myself have been to the system ourselves, and that's kind of part of self-empowerment and taking control of our own stories.
Absolutely. Thank you. And you've just
Time to Change volunteer coordinator. Since then, I haven't done a great deal with Time to Change. I've been doing other things. The work I've done with Time to Change has given me the confidence to go on, and I'm a trustee for North East Together now, and also a governor for TUWV NHS Mental Health Trust down in the Durham area. It's alright. Over the time I have been kind of away from Time to Change, I've heard some terrible conversations which make me realise just how much this work needs to go on. Just at work, a guy who sits a couple of seats away from me at a desk, I didn't catch the whole conversation, but the end of it went like this. We've closed the mental health asylums, and that's why we have people running around the streets cutting people's heads off now. And my heart just sank. More so because he's actually a magistrate. Yeah. So I had a few words with him. I didn't threaten to chop his head off, though. And in a training event, again at work, this trainer went on and on, spoke in front of OCD, and I held him back after the class and had a few choice words with him as well. Nice gentle words, but you know, put him right on a few things. So yeah, I'm absolutely convinced this work has to go on, and that's why I'll stick with Time to Change.
Wards, euphemistically called special care wards, are capable of, chairing meetings and being moderately sensible some of the time. I've come across a bit thinly, and I haven't done very much recently mental health. That's why I'm here, sort of back in the fold. I'm a bit reticent about disclosing to everyone I meet that I'm mentally ill. I think that would just sort of be put a bit out of control of myself, particularly where I live. People think, you don't work, it's not fair, you get more money than us, it's not fair, and it's of course not resentment and it's like used against you. But I'm interested in doing it in different ways, because some of my friends, they can approach me about their mental health problems, and I can talk about mine and suggest ways of deal with it. And that's me. Thank you.
Job, and I think we should be moving on from recovery. For me, discovery is the way forwards, because it's about moving forward with what we've got. But I've got lots of little campaigns, and language is certainly one of them. I'm the service user lead for Positive and Safe, which is an initiative in the Trust that's about trying to make that step forwards and moving forwards and get people involved. We're not very good at engagement, and hopefully we can improve on that. And Time to Change, I first met you guys beginning of the year through Caroline Wild, through the...
Yeah, Time to Change did a pilot, didn't they, called Mental Health Professionals, which aims to challenge the stigma that people who work in mental health can exhibit to each other and to people who use services. Yes, it was like a pilot, and if you want to look on the website again, they've worked with other trusts as well, and they've put together something that trusts can use in order to challenge stigma in their mental health services.
Chris, have you got a question there?
Positive and safe alternatives to being detained under the Mental Health Act, and it's an initial stage with a ridiculously tight deadline of Friday this week, and it's just asking people just to speculate what could there be, what's better, what would be better, what's an alternative. I've got 9 sheets here, but if anyone's interested, give me the email address and I can
To what?
forward it on to being detained under the Mental Health Act
I think so.
into hospital.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So.
For those of you that know Caroline Wild, our Deputy Director of Corporate and Communications, which is a really catchy title, she would love to be here this afternoon, but unfortunately has to send her apologies. But on a few of the things that we'd sort of just like to bring up, we've mentioned the peer-to-peer support workers, which we're gradually increasing.
We were until recently the biggest single employer peer support workers in the UK, and hope to be there again soon.
Yeah.
Just to throw that in.
Who overtook you?
I'm not sure. I've been trying to find this out. I think it might be Nottingham, but I don't know.
We'll have words. We'll keep at it. You've mentioned the mental health professionals work, which was gone on earlier this year. We've also mentioned the positive and safe stuff as well. We're also trying to do a lot of work around values-based recruitment, and also we had a little mini campaign around about World Mental Health Day, hashtag people not plasters, which ran on social media. Just trying to kind of show the human faces behind mental health care. I think so often, particularly large organisations like NCW just seem like this massive beast, and we forget that it's A, people who work in them, and B, people who really lie at the heart of helping people with mental health issues. From a trust perspective, we are determined to do whatever we can to help and support stuff that's going on. So if there's any way we can assist you in doing what you're doing through resources, through people, through raising awareness, please grab my email address and let me know. And from a personal perspective, I have my own mental health condition, and you know, I think we're all probably sort of see ourselves as like one-person warriors in trying to counteract anything that we come up with. But from a personal perspective, I myself am very willing to jump in and help out and talk to people, do whatever I can to support you guys. So by all means, please let me know how I can help you, and I will try my very best.